George Harrison's journey to spirituality is well known, but it's the story behind his song, My Sweet Lord, his biggest hit as a solo artist, that really stands out as one of the most meaningful and personal moments of his life. In the early 1960s, Harrison was deeply influenced by the music and spirituality of India, particularly through his relationship with sitar virtuoso Ravi Shankar. But his full spiritual awakening came later, in the late 1960s. After the Beatles had become world famous, George began exploring Hinduism and meditation. He was searching for deeper meaning beyond the world of fame and fortune. He even traveled to India in 1966 to study with Shankar, and he began practicing transcendental meditation. By 1970, George had fully immersed himself in spirituality, and this led him to write a song that would define both his personal spiritual journey and his post-Beatles career. While George was going through a period of deep reflection and growth, he began writing songs for his first solo album, All Things Must Pass. One of those songs was My Sweet Lord, which expressed his longing for a deeper connection with God, love, and the divine. The song is a beautiful, prayer-like call to the higher power, which was very much inspired by his love of Hinduism and his belief in Krishna. When the song was released in 1970, it became a major hit and was the first solo single by a Beatle to reach number one on the charts. But what makes the story really fascinating is that My Sweet Lord was not just a song. It was part of George's personal exploration of spirituality and his genuine search for a deeper connection with the divine. Here's where things get really interesting though. George was sued for subconscious plagiarism over the song. The lawsuit alleged that My Sweet Lord sounded too much like the song He's So Fine by the Chiffons. The judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff, and George was found guilty of subconscious plagiarism. George was devastated by the ruling. In response, he later recorded and released the song, This Song, which was a playful, tongue-in-cheek response to the entire debacle. The song humorously tackled the whole lawsuit issue, with George singing, This song is this song. It's not My Sweet Lord. It's not He's So Fine. It's just this song. Though it was a controversial and sometimes frustrating chapter in George's life, the song remains one of his most beloved and spiritually changed works. It symbolizes his lifelong search for truth and his desire to connect with the divine. In the end, the story of My Sweet Lord highlights George's deep spiritual commitment, his willingness to follow his heart, and his unique ability to blend humor and profound meaning into his music. It's a story of personal growth, creativity, and overcoming challenges while staying true to one's beliefs. George's ability to maintain his authenticity while balancing fame, spirituality, and humor made him one of the most unique and respected members of the Beatles. This story is just one of many that show how much his spirituality shaped his life and music. Do you have a favorite George Harrison song or moment?